Actor Jon Voight, as we've discussed before, is a MAGA celebrity, a big Trump guy. And every once in a while, he'll drop, like a rock, on the internet, a rather disturbing video explaining his political views and doing so in a really dramatic and hyperbolized sort of way. And we have the latest one here to play. We'll flash back to one that gave me chills, and I'll discuss the content of what he's saying. Again, I think he's an Academy Award-winning actor, yeah. And that comes with it. Some people will write into the show saying, how could blank fall for the Trump stuff? How could this person, that person? Usually celebrities. Because we think if you are in that status or you are that well known, somehow you'd be better at fighting the misinformation that gets just your average voter. But we have to accept anyone, any adult can fall for this stuff, unfortunately. Jon Voight is one of those people.
My fellow Americans, we're now in a time of the darkest plague ever. And our chance, our only chance, is this November to vote for the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, for 2024. There are a lot of my peers putting out videos trying to brainwash the American people to do the most dangerous vote ever. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
I recognize the second name, Tim Walz. I don't know who Kamala Harris is, but I'm assuming he's referring to Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, that you would assume people would have figured out her name by now. Before going further, and I'll play the rest of this video, number one, do please subscribe if you haven't already. And then second, I hear this a lot from those in the MAGA bubble. They'll make an argument that the left-wing media or celebrities articulating their political views, etc., is indicative of brainwashing. So Jon Voight is saying other celebrities releasing videos saying they support Harris and think other people should too. That's brainwashing. Jon Voight posting brazenly propagandistic content that is him creepily talking about his political views. That's not brainwashing. That's just his free speech. That's just him expressing his own view. A little bit of hypocrisy there.
They both are the lowest and most vile choice that you can trust with your life, your children's life. They will destroy the American dream. They are corrupt. And my fellow Americans, they will turn the beauty that once was thriving into a prison of darkness with criminals killing and stealing. Let us bring our country to her glory. Let her thrive like Abraham Lincoln once achieved, the union of people, the dream for all. You must see the lie and vote for the only one who will save our country and make her safe again, thrive again, bloom again. Donald J. Trump. My friends, if we don't...
This is so creepy. By the way, I need to get this out of the way. If you see on my hand throughout today's show a bloody something, blister, I know. Oh, I need to acknowledge it. I was playing drums yesterday, funnily enough. I haven't in a very long time, and that happened. So yes, I'm aware that it's there, and I show my hands on camera a lot, so I need to come clean.
Your dreams will be voided with lies. You will regret your choice. The people of America are losing their dignity, their morals, their common sense. This is the worst time of our era. You can accomplish your dreams, your goals, your love and honor for yourself, your family, if this country regains her strength. This, my friends, can and will be by voting for Trump 2024. Much love to you.
Oh gosh. I'm not going to say what age range I see more of that ending part phenomenon happening with, but it's funny seeing those who haven't yet figured out that they can trim the end of a video before they post it. We can't see him oddly just staring into the camera at the end of his take. But there's that. Then we'll go back to him posting a video captioned Civil War in a second here. But again, I say a lot that you should demand detail, demand specifics when people make such bold claims. I make a lot of bold claims on this show, and then I try to thoughtfully back them up, and I think I do, with specific evidence. So I don't just throw out Trump's threat to democracy, move on. So many times on the show, I've walked through exactly how that's represented in his actions, with how he tried to block the peaceful transfer of power, his rhetoric then and since. John Voight and a lot of these MAGA folks, to try to balance the scale, because that criticism is really strong of Trump, they'll say, well, it's actually Vice President Harris and Tim Walz that are the threats to democracy, that are evil, satanic even, that will bring darkness upon the earth. And then they don't back it up, because it point to the legislative action, point to the executive order, point to the statement that represents anything he said in that. No, we're not going to see darkness brought upon these United States of America because Medicare does more negotiating of drug prices or something, which is the actual policy record of Harris, and that's what we would see in a second term. Things like that shouldn't be so controversial, whereas Trump really has said things that should concern us and promised things that should concern us about him being in office again. We saw him last time he lost an election choose himself over our Constitution. Those actions, as outlined in the federal indictment against him and the Fulton County indictment, are on paper, evidentially backed, and prove the things that we say, instead of these vague criticisms of the other side being evil from John Voight. Then you have this.
My friends, this is the war of our lifetime now. We the people are in trouble if this nation picks Kamala Harris. We must stop this crime that is happening. It's a war crime that Obama is directing, and Kamala Harris will be the cackling hyena that just listens and repeats. If we do not stop this horror, you, my friends, will have the biggest horror that you will not know how to end. We must all see this truth, become one with this.
Who's watching these? Let's see here. 1.4 million views on this sucker. Those are Twitter views, which are a little bit funky, but we'll consider 49,000 likes a very significant number of people. Who's watching this unironically and going, yes, John, I love the way that you're talking to me like this. It seems like he's narrating a thriller or horror movie trailer, right? This will be a horrific darkness that you can't escape if Kamala Harris does another infrastructure bill.
This understanding that God will guide us with words of wisdom, that we may understand that Donald Trump will make any sacrifice to save America. We the people are in danger, and we must vote for President Trump because he will save this nation. And the left are all afraid of his strength because he is only for the people. He's not for the power, for the greed, the lies, or wanting to destroy one's hard-earned earnings.
Trump's only for the people, John says, which is why he took in hundreds of millions of dollars, I should say specifically millions of dollars from foreign governments he took in while he was president. Not to mention, like I said, the hundreds of millions and billions that he made, because he didn't do what any other president would do, which is separate himself completely from all of those conflicts of interest. Now he's launching different Trump trading cards and Trump shoes and now a crypto venture, figuring out in this last stretch of time where he has potentially This will be the last peak of notoriety around him if he loses this election. He's milking it for as much money as possible because he's only for the people. His massive tax cut bill that benefited disproportionately people like him, super wealthy folks, that's just him fighting for the people.
We must stop this madness now. Our children are in danger. The left is trying to take away your children and turn them into non-binaries. You all...
I forgot about that part. Oh, wow. You if you go to a Kamala Harris rally, you'll see her talking about how she wants to continue on the work to lower costs that the Biden-Harris administration has been engaged in. She'll talk about having a strong military. She'll talk about foreign policy issues. She'll talk about how to uplift small businesses, how to uplift families with the enhanced child tax credit, etc. John Voight wants you to believe that it's Harris-Walz 2024 turn the kids non-binary.
Madness now. Our children are in danger. The left is trying to take away your children and turn them into non-binaries. You all on the left, the ones who are my peers that preach, you all know who you are. What have you all learned in this life? Have you learned the lessons that will bring you to the higher place of eternity? This is now all your lessons. For each one who votes against Trump, this will be among the worst crimes that you will see in your lives. And you know why? This nation has criminals killing your child.
So it's brainwashing for other celebrities to post videos saying they support Harris-Walz. It's not brainwashing, according to his logic, for him to say it's the greatest crime for you to vote against Trump. John, that doesn't seem very consistent. And then there was one other part of it that now I'm blanking on. Let me go back real quickly so I can address it.
Eternity.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, that was a perfect skip to the right part. The ease and casual nature of him saying, have you not learned the lessons that will bring you to a higher state of eternity, or whatever the language was, and then doesn't tell us what they are. Well, tell us, John. You found the path to what's the wording?
In this life, have you learned the lessons that will bring you to the higher place of eternity?
Tell us. If you have them, tell us. That's significant. So creepy stuff. And there is John Vought's message on why people should be supporting Donald Trump. Let me know if that was compelling to you. And who the heck is watching these unironically? I don't know. Make sure you get the bonus show by clicking that join button below.